I have my Instagram account Withoutacrystalball, which is currently in a state of, I don't even know, it's claiming that I'm not around anymore. And despite my best efforts to actually get this issue resolved, it has basically been going nowhere. So you can't ask for consent when people are coming to you to be on your channel, because you are up here and they are down here in terms of the power. You have millions of people that follow you. You have more financial power. You have more financial power. You have more lawyers that can control things. You have more clout, I guess, if you want to call it. So people feel like they cannot say no. And it creates a dynamic where they have the power and they can get drunk on power, and they can get their people to do whatever it is that they want. And because no one ever says no, lines get crossed and really bad things happen. And we've seen it time and time again. So I get really disturbed when I see this kind of behavior. Nothing that is that shocking is worth the attention or the 5 minutes of fame you will get. It is definitely not more important for you to have boundaries. Influencers, YouTubers, you need to stop considering your power over your audience. So instead of using your audience to attack those that you don't like, instead reflect, understand what you're doing, and take responsibility. This is actually illegal, what's happening here, and I don't know if any charges have been made or if anyone's gone to police. And I want to impress to any of these people that have been victimized by these people to please report it. Nothing can happen legally unless you report it. Please consider reporting this. So please report this to police. Please report it to police. Please report it to police. It is so important that we don't just strip them of their money and strip them of their platforms. We need them to be held accountable legally, which again, report this to police. Please consider getting a lawyer. You could sue him. So please hire an attorney, get representation, please get help. None of this is okay. Yes, it can still be reported. And if you have an NDA with them, please know that you are not bound to an NDA if it is covering up crimes. Do not feel like you have to hold people's secrets because you have an NDA. Criminal activity cannot be covered up by an NDA. If you are concerned you have an NDA, contact an attorney and talk with them about what you can do. Okay, I need to be clear, like going to police is scary. I know I did it. My situation was not successful, but that does not mean in this situation it can't be if there's enough people that can provide their story to make the situation appear credible and the allegations credible. There's literally no reason why this couldn't be prosecuted, in my opinion. This is true. She could sue him. Anyone can sue anyone for anything. I did not say she would win. I said she could. This is literally, you could sue him. I didn't say she would win. I said she could sue him. But yes, please report. We have a responsibility as creators to speak out when there are really egregious things happening on this platform. We have a responsibility to protect our community. Once a video is demonetized, it's suppressed from the algorithm. That means less people are seeing what's happening. So YouTube told me today that if you have questions or concerns about it, or about his content, that you can report videos that you believe are violating. If something isn't done, the next generation of YouTubers will think they can get away with things like this. Exactly. There's a responsibility of all of us to stand up and do the right thing and to speak out. I don't know why YouTube hasn't demonetized him yet, but you can tag team YouTube, you can send messages, you can report his videos. YouTube even literally told me to report his videos when I asked why he wasn't demonetized. That was YouTube's, Team YouTube's response to me. All right, so I've made 3 total videos on this. The more people that make videos on this, the better. I'm not here for the drama. I'm not here for the tea. I'm not here for any of that. This is literally just to let my audience know, yes, that is an automated response. I'm just sharing with you what they said. So, and it's sad because you know that YouTube knows about this. There has been no demonetization of his channel, which should concern everyone, because if people get wind that this kind of stuff is happening on YouTube, it's going to make advertisers less likely to advertise on YouTube, which why is it is important that YouTube demonetizes his channel, because we as creators do not want to be negatively impacted because of the actions in which he took. It's not fair that we could potentially lose ad revenue here because of things that he did. Don't call the cops on people. Don't call CPS on people. Don't file reports against people. Don't send death threats. Just don't do that. And I want to be an example to people that are bullied. Just because someone bullies you and harasses you, you don't have to bend to bullies. Just because someone tells you that you suck and that you're not a good person doesn't mean that you give up. These people that do this to us, they want us to quit.
They want us to question ourselves. They want us to feel like we suck. They want us to feel like we're terrible. They want us to leave. They want to deplatform us, and they want that response. But my dad and mom taught me that you don't bend to bullies and you don't give in just because someone doesn't like you. Free Ginger, free Jill, free Joanna, free Jessa. Get off Daddy's. Oh my goodness. So the next time you consider saying to me, is it all worth it? How about you say this? Instead of saying, is it all worth it? Say, is there something I could do to help? By maybe asking Team YouTube about what they're going to do about creator-on-creator harassment and what they're going to do to protect their employees, because they don't want to call us employees, but we really are. I mean, there's a lot of us that are doing this full time, and we need protection as creators. We should be able to go to work and not have to enter a hostile work environment. We should be able to go to work and not have our colleagues trying to ruin our careers. And we should be able to go to work and just do our thing without everyone trying to destroy us. Because that would not be acceptable in any other workspace. And I think creators need better protection. We need better laws or something. All right, thank you guys so much for joining me tonight.
They have no right to harm me. These people destroy it, and I just want them to stop. At any time, basically anyone tries to work with me, these people destroy it, and I just want them to stop. They have no right to harm me through this meticulous targeted harassment, and it has ramped up to a point that no one has stood up for me. No one wants anything to do with me. And if I'm not on my channel, on my little island, all I hear is, Katie, we hate you. Have I made mistakes? Yes. Have I had to change things on how I do my channel? Yes. But that does not warrant at all what they are doing to me. I'm not perfect. People say, well, don't you get stories wrong? Yes, and I correct them. People say, well, don't you get mad and lash out? Yes. My biggest regret in all of this is the lashing out. My biggest regret is yelling at other creators. My biggest regret is getting frustrated and feeling like I've been put into a corner and I can't scream. Like, I just have wanted to be heard and no one would listen to me.
The old baby on the corner trick, eh? You're not gonna fall for that shit.
My biggest regret is thinking that everyone is a troll, because I literally can't trust anyone. I actually found this quote today, and I think this would sum up perfectly how I have been feeling the last 7 months. If you're stalked, you might fear of what the stalker will do, feel vulnerable, unsafe, and not know who to trust, feel anxious, irritable, impatient, and on edge, feel depressed, hopeless, overwhelmed, tearful, and angry, feel stressed, including having trouble concentrating, sleeping, and remembering things, having eating problems such as appetite loss, forgetting to eat, or overeating. I've been overeating. Having flashbacks, disturbing thoughts, feelings, or memories every day. Feeling confused, frustrated, or isolated because people don't understand why you're afraid. That sums up everything. The biggest is feeling isolated, feeling like I have no friends, feeling like every time I try to make a relationship with any creator, they say I'm a terrible person. Everyone's saying I'm weird. I'm doing all these different things. Like, I'm not a bad person. Am I a different person? Yes, but I swear to God, I'm not a bad person. And I'm so just, all I want is to just to stop, right? And this has been going on for months, and I need to share my truth. I want these people prosecuted. I want them to be held responsible through civil litigation, and I want the videos specifically removed. I want the videos of people using these allegations from this group to just get off this platform, because it's not true. And I just want a chance for people to actually see who I am.
But I don't know if they're running people off the road. All I'm saying is there's a lot of lawsuits that involve personal injuries with cars. Robert has a lot of speeding tickets, like a lot of speeding tickets, to the extent that he got his license suspended and there's, I don't know, 4 or 5 personal injury lawsuits related to car accidents. That's not normal for one person at all. And he has had like 4 or 5 lawsuits with personal injuries with like cars. And so have other people in his cult. Cars can be used as weapons, just remember that.
These people who are trying to destroy me. And I just wish creators could understand that I'm not terrible. I didn't deserve this. I'm just trying to protect my family. All right, you guys, we are accepting any sort of messages, but DMs or any interactions you've had with any of these people, you can always reach out to me or Michael Saltz. I think the YouTube community as a whole needs to hold the people accountable that are doing things that are bad. And while I've been told that I need to be held accountable, which I think I have for a lot of the things that I have done, it's time that these people are held accountable, not only legally and criminally, but also the community needs to hold these people responsible. We need to be a community where we are not afraid to speak out, where we can share what happens to us, and that trolls are not allowed to win. Just realize that sometimes because things take hold and sometimes because a story is told doesn't mean it's true. We have a responsibility to fact check. We have a responsibility to verify. Don't just make a video without knowing the truth. I've told people over and over again, my DMs are open, and it's still true today. All my DMs are open. But I'm not open. I'm not open to being told that you don't like me. So please don't come into my DMs and say you don't like me. I've had enough of that. But if you have information to share, my DMs are open. All right, you guys, thank you so much. I'm sorry for everything. I want them held responsible. And I just hope that all of you realize that anyone can become susceptible to trolls, that trolling is so dangerous, and that it can go real life, and that when we create echo chambers in communities that basically are driven on hate, like the anti-Katie group, where there's no checks and balances, this is what can happen. And when there's a select few people dedicated to taking me down, which there are, and they are not called out and they are not stopped, this perpetuates. And I just want this to stop. Thanks, guys. Her channel has really gone down in such great, let me see where she was at. She's lost so many subscribers. She's at 442,000. When this all kicked off, she had 504,000, and that was a week ago. So she's down like 60,000 subscribers. She has deleted all of her stuff on Instagram. She has deleted her Twitter. She has, I don't know how she'll come back. She's deleted over 3 million views on her YouTube. And it's interesting, she took her Instagram down on the heels of knowing that Emily was going to be coming out with this video. Yeah, what I would want for someone that's in a position like this is to not have hate directed towards her. I still, like, even though I was a target of hers, I don't hate her. I hate the behavior. I don't hate anyone. I want her to get help if this is what, if she's doing these things. This is not someone that's a healthy person. Like, healthy people do not engage in this kind of behavior. And I hope she can get into therapy, maybe get out of this relationship, maybe do something that's productive in her life that isn't about destruction. And I hope other creators will kind of be just mindful about the content that we put out and who we're listening to as our sources. And just remember that just because someone says something, that doesn't mean it's true. And when we levy huge allegations against someone, to really make sure that you have the sources to back up the claims, and not just a clip out of context or a morsel of truth and then blow it up into a big spectacle. I will say my brand of content has changed considerably over the last, I don't even know, year, as I have changed and evolved and realized what I want to put on this platform. And I want to be more of a storyteller when I'm reporting on stuff. I don't want to be a destroyer. I don't want to be someone that's canceling other people. There was a lot of that happening last year, and I got so overwhelmingly exhausted by, if your whole goal is to somehow cancel people, you're never going to win, because nobody can be canceled truly unless someone removes themselves or is removed from the platform. So calling out behavior is one thing, but literally trying to destroy people is a complete other story to get help, because I can't believe she would go to these lengths to just hurt someone. It's deeply disturbing. And I would just ask viewers to realize that, like, maybe what she put out about people wasn't true. I mean, you can't be redeemed. If we're just trying to ruin each other, it just creates chaos, and nobody wants that. And I feel like this is a cautionary tale to what can happen when it just goes too far. Do the story and do the story the way you would want it covered. That's what I stick to. These types of illnesses only stay illnesses when they have enablers to maintain the illness. And she has a lot of enablers around her. And nobody seems to be telling her that she needs to go into rehab. And it's sad. What do you think about all of this? Bye, guys. So I don't know where you guys are at, but I tried. Bye, guys. Bye. Have a great day. Bye.